This young man is a native of Jackson, Mississippi. Dr. Renardo Murray currently serves as an associate professor of music and the assistant dean of schools of arts and science at Alcorn State University. He is an accomplished band director and music educator. Dr. Murray holds an outstanding track record in ensuring student success, both musically and academically. He has extensive background of developing, operating, and maintaining quality and music programs. Prior to returning to Alcorn State University, Dr. Murray served as Jackson State University's first and assistant band director from 2004 to 2009, and then as an interim director of bands, instructor of music 2009 to 2011. He has also served as a band director at the secondary education level for, I hope I say it right, is it Yazoo? Yazoo City High School and Yazoo, Mississippi. He also served at Blackburn Middle School in Jackson, Mississippi, Clinton High School right down the street in Clinton, Louisiana. I know most of you all are familiar with Clinton, and assistant band director for Wilkerson County High School in Woodville, Mississippi. His professional affiliations include the Music Educators National Conference, MENC, the College Band Directors National Association, CBDNA, Kappa Kappa Psi Band Fraternity, and Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. Without further ado, we introduce Dr. Renardo Murray.
Y'all hear me pretty well? I'm scared of these microphones with my Mississippi dialect. Someone just put it in my chest. I got a strong Mississippi dialect. Okay, before I start talking about the graduate program in music, I want to talk about how the concept of education has evolved. I can remember my grandfather having a 4th grade education, kept plenty of money, working. He was the man. 4th, 5th grade education. He always told me, get your high school diploma. You need to get your high school diploma. Okay, got a high school diploma. The day of the high school diploma is irrelevant. It's not irrelevant, but it doesn't have as much staying power. Okay, so get your bachelor's degree. Okay, I got a high school degree, I got a bachelor's degree. Those days are over now, man. In this field, in particular education, you got to have at least a graduate degree. I remember back in, I think it was like 2001, 2002, my good friend, Louis Adele, we were talking. This is around the time that Mr. Adams and Mr. Magruder left Jackson State. Had 2 vacancies, Mr. Duplessis left. And Dr. Adele said, Murray, you got a master's degree? I said, no, I don't. He said, man, if you had a master's degree, I got a job for you. Missed my chance. Right then. I have had numerous conversations with some of you guys in here about, man, I missed the opportunity to get to the next level because I didn't have a master's degree. I'm gonna tell y'all something. There's no excuse in 2019 that everyone in this room should at least have a master's degree. In this day and age, with technology, with accessibility, and all that kind of stuff. Because guess what, guys? It is absolutely necessary that you have some sort of graduate degree for your professional development, you want to move forward, and all that kind of stuff. So, he came to me and said, oh, Murray, this is what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to bring you on to Jackson State as a graduate assistant. We're going to pay for your tuition and all that kind of stuff. So I went there and got my master's degree. And in 2004, when I graduated, I was in a college position that next fall. It's all about timing and preparing yourself, guys. And I hear the same story all the time. I'm not being ugly. I want to go to the next level. What can I do to get on that next level? Well, I'm going to show you what you can do today to prepare yourself for the next level. And just like I said, I'm the associate dean for the School of Arts and Sciences, and I'm also the coordinator of the graduate program in music. And at Alcorn State University, we have 2 graduate degree programs. And just a little of my educational background, I got my bachelor's from Alcorn State, I got my master's from Jackson State University, and I got my PhD in music education from the University of Mississippi. And I was the first black to get the PhD at Ole Miss. Ole Miss used to have a Dr. that Dr. Magruder graduated from. Dr. Magruder actually was my motivator when I got my doctorate. He was at Ole Miss working, driving back and forth, driving, grinding. I said, man, I'm gonna do that too. And then as soon as Dr. Magruder got his doctorate degree, he catapulted up out of that. I'm talking about catapulted. First round draft pick. And he's doing well now. So what I want to do is talk to you about these things. We have two different types of degree programs. The first degree program I want to talk about is the Master of Liberal Arts. The Master of Liberal Arts is an interdisciplinary degree. Simple degree. You take some hours in interdisciplinary studies, but the most important thing, you're going to take between 18 and 21 hours of music. Why do we need those classes? To be a teacher on the high school level, I think is 21 hours of music. And to be qualified to teach on the graduate level, to teach at a university as an adjunct, visiting professor, you need to have a master's degree and at least 18 hours of music on your transcript. Those are the NASM, which is our accreditation body. They require those things. Okay? We offer the Master of Liberal Arts in a lot of different things, a lot of different content areas, but I'm going to talk about the music. We offer a Master of Liberal Arts, MLA, with music concentration. The second degree we offer is the Master of Science in Secondary Education. This is also a quasi type of interdisciplinary degree where we combine with the School of Education and we give you 21 hours of music. Just that simple. And we're going to talk about the classes and all those things real shortly. But the most important thing, this is the question I get asked all the time. What I need to do? What you need to do is apply first. Apply. Because every graduate school, every college admission process, you can go to www.academics-graduate-studies. Okay, now, the difference between the two degrees. The Master of Secondary Education degree requires that you have a teacher's license. It requires that you have a teacher's license. So, if you have an educator's license, you can definitely get into the Master of Secondary Education. The difference between the Master of Liberal Arts is you do not have a you don't have to have a teaching license. And one of the reasons that I designed this program is because I know, and I've been there, I've been fully certified. I have problems with the test and all that kind of stuff. So what I wanted to do was design a program to help those who were in the same situation that I was in. And I guarantee you, once you go through this program, you're going to be ready to be certified. Trust me on that. Okay. Like we said, for the credentials of standard educator license, but now, in the Master of Secondary Ed program, you need 33 hours per coursework. You'll have 12 core hours of education courses, 15 hours of required courses, and 6 hours of electives. Just like any grad school, there's going to be entrance exam, exit exams, conference exam. And then we're going to do a degree audit to let you know where you are. We're going to talk about this shortly. Now, the Master of Liberal Arts program, as I said earlier, does not require a standard educator license. And I found out that those music education programs kind of deter you from going to a graduate program because of licensure. So when we designed this program, all you need to do is take the G.I.F.T.S, which is the graduate record exam. We look at those scores. If you're on target, it puts you unconditionally. If you have some issues like Dr. Murray had with test taking skills, we'll let you in conditionally. There's some extra things to do, then you can make the program. GRE scores, transcripts, letter of recommendation, things like this. Program required for the Master of Liberal Arts, 33 hours. We got 2 courses. We got research and interdisciplinary studies, and we have introduction to liberal arts. 18 hours of music. You have to take 2 interdisciplinary electives outside of music, and you do a capstone project. And the capstone project can be a recital, some sort of quantitative, some sort of qualitative research paper, research class. But a lot of students opt to do a recital, which is fine. And you're gonna do a degree out of that as well. All right, turn the page. You should see a little graph. A proposed program of study for the Master of Liberal Arts and Concentration of Music. Like I said earlier, Introduction to Liberal Arts. That class pulls everything together in terms of arts and sciences and liberal arts. And then research in liberal arts, we're gonna teach you research design, quantitative, qualitative. We're gonna do a lot of scientific inquiry, but to get you going on the capstone project. And these are the music courses that we recommend, and they change from semester to semester. But seminar music theory, of course, we know as practitioners, we're not teaching theory every day in high school. But guess what? Each one of these theory courses begin with a theory review. You will be prepared to teach AP theory if you're on high school level. You'll be prepared to teach Introduction to Music Theory 111, 112 if you have to go to the next level. Selected topics in music history. We're going to go back and revisit all the periods in music history, world music, do a little bit of music in the college, things of that sort. Same thing with seminar music history literature, selected topics in music history literature, music pedagogy, kind of what Dr. Sanford talked about. You're going to go back and review every instrument. You will do a presentation via YouTube. This is an example of an assignment. Beginning flute play. Instructional video starting at flute. Because the video done a lot. Okay, why would you know every finger on the flute, but you can't teach a student how to play flute? You're gonna do that on every instrument. You're gonna do a video presentation on flute all the way to bass drum. Those are the kind of sounds we do. We kind of take the Van der Cook model where we give you certain things to exercise and display your skill set. And of course, because of NASM, we have to explore world music. Then, like I said, you have two interdisciplinary electives in your capstone project. Let's turn over to the next one, which is the proposed study for the Master of Secondary Education, which is endorsement of music. You have 12 hours of those education courses, of course, which that prepares you for the PLT portion of the practice. Then you have your music education courses. Seminar music education, selected topics, kind of the same thing, but we're going to go down and we're just going to talk about the course descriptions and how these courses are relevant to your matriculation. So now, the first one is Music 500, History and Philosophy of Music Education. What that does is it introduces you or gives you the opportunity to rethink your philosophy of music education. It also gives you a historic overview of where we come from and where we are. The contest movement, the singing school, all those things. We need to revisit those things to find out where we are. This is one of those classes to get your head right, to form a sound philosophy of music education based on the historical foundation that we have experienced. The next one is methods of teaching music in secondary schools, scheduling, requisition, law, all those things. Some of the things that Dr. Sanford hit on. Administration of school music program. Some of those things are going to overlap. Advocacy, dealing with administrators, dealing with parents, students, all those things. Contemporary issues in music education. What is going on now? You're going to do a lot of research on what's going on now. The seminar music theory. We cover certain things based on the dynamics of the class. Pedagogy of music theory. Some of you guys may teach an AP class. Analytical techniques of orchestration and arranging. Most of you guys know how to arrange, but we need to sometimes revisit our philosophy of arranging and why the rhyme and reason behind arranging. For example, I may give you a Brahms piece. Arrange this for marching band, the first 16 minutes. And you need to talk through what you did. Chord analysis, rhythm analysis, all the things, and then how you're going to teach it. Seminar music education. We're going to delve into in a lot of that. March band techniques, symphonic band techniques, conducting. It's a myriad of courses and things that you need to do. So the seminar in music education, it kind of changes. You turn the page, selected topics of music theory review, scales, modes, all those things. So if you try to step up to the next level, you can say, these are the courses I took, these are the seminar courses I've taken, this is what I can bring to your department. A lot of people have this misconception that because I'm this fine-ass arranger, I'm gonna go to the University of Michigan. No. No. What is your skill set and what are you gonna bring to the department as a faculty member? So it's a little bit more than the college level than arranging and drilling. That's your staff side. But the faculty side, there are certain NASM requirements, and how do you fit into our music curriculum? Excuse my French, but sometimes we need French lessons. Seminar music history literature, we could go back to music history from the Greeks, antiquity, up to the day, because you may be teaching music appreciation. So one of the assignments of that is undergrad music appreciation. You need to design a syllabi, listen to examples for each one of those periods. So then when you leave this class, you are equipped to do that. Music pedagogy and techniques, solo ensemble things, historic overview, text, method material, but learning how to teach or revisiting your teaching philosophy. And of course we talk about world music, Aborigine, Sub-Saharan, anything out of the Western art form. And again, select topics of music education. That course is designed to kind of tailor-make what needs to happen in a particular cohort. For example, we had a class full of band directors. We would probably do band techniques, marching band techniques, wind band conductors, things of that sort. So it kind of changed with that. And of course, we talked about the educational courses, history of education, advanced education psychology, methods of education research, and curriculum development. And these are courses that if you are in the Master Liberal Arts program, we strongly suggest your interdisciplinary election will come from the School of Education and Psychology. Okay, once you complete the degree, a sense of accomplishment. I know I was happy when I finished that today, this professional development, and you develop it, enhancing your skill set. And one thing about school, it gives you an opportunity to go back and redefine yourself. You know, and everyone in this room, we all use a little perpetual redefining in professional development. Increase in salary, I hope. Possible promotion, career change. And then you can qualify for college, university teaching, and at the entry level or adjunct instructor. And then you may continue to obtain a term degree. We have a young lady right now, she finished the Master's Secondary Ed program about 3 years ago. She's doing her dissertation at Ole Miss. So the degrees are certified and bona fide. The degrees are very, very flexible. You want to do some work. Matter of fact, when I leave here on break, I'm going to go and check who, there's an assignment. When that assignment due Friday?
It was last night.
Last night? Are you in that number?
I did mine.
Okay. I'm going to check that on my break. But the thing about this program is not 100% online. But we're going to do about 99% corresponding. Through internet, through Canvas. Are you guys familiar with Canvas and Blackboard? We use the Canvas concept. You guys can get with Mr. Fry. He'll show you a few examples of the assignments that I dropped. Fry made a joke about he didn't know. Fry didn't know I heard this joke about me. He said, "Man, they need to put Murray back in band because he killing me." That's the intention. And that's just basically it, guys. You know, I could have brought a bunch of slides and all that kind of stuff, but I think this type of conversation needs to be a little more intimate conversation, and I do good in black and white. I mean, pushing buttons and stuttering and turning around. But now, concerns. Now listen, ask me now. Any questions, concerns, discussion, criticism, anything, please stand.
Huh?
Stand, you don't mind.
So you gonna be the stand?
So I just wanted to know the mandatory score for the G.I.F.T.S.
There is no, to get admitted, I think it's 3.0 in the writing. If you fall below that, we just put you in a writing class called analytical writing, and that'll suffice.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do the classes happen in a certain time period? Or
No, sir.
I can enroll today and I can start.
This is what I do. I give weekly assignments. All my assignments are posted Monday and due Friday. Yes, sir.
Somebody's watching live, they wanna know, how long will it take to matriculate through the program?
It's on them. Between 2 and 3 years. Some students, I would recommend you start off taking 6 hours, and as you get into the program, you can do 9 hours and 9 hours.
Also, is this program 100% online?
It's 100% online and correspondent. Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Do you plan to offer a doctorate?
We are working on a doctorate. Matter of fact, I'm working with Dr. Our Dean of School Education. We're trying to come up with an education doctorate in curriculum instruction with the same content areas. So it'll be an EDD with the music concentration, science concentration, something like that. But just stay tuned. Any questions? I just feel it on me on some questions coming my way because I'm being targeted this way. Any questions?
Can't you say, there goes my daddy doing a great job. I'm just saying what they say.
I just got thrown off by this female lane because I got 3 sons. But this in Paula really gave this degree the name, the master's degree for the working band director, but it's actually the master's degree for the music educator because we have like right now about 9 applicants for review right now. And we can probably admit, and it's just a good, solid degree. It's going to be a little rigor in it because you don't want to go anywhere and don't learn anything. But at the same time, we're dealing with the Vandy Cook model where you have to show us your skill set in order to pass the class. You know, you can go and research the singing schools, but I want to see you talk about the singing school. I'm gonna give you a scenario. You need to give me a 10-minute lecture on band movement. So when you apply for the job at the University of South Dakota and they ask you about Harding, you know who Harding is. Well, isn't it okay? But it's definitely a degree that's germane to what you want to do. If you have a master's degree, and I know in Louisiana they have a master's plus 30, this is the program for you to get those plus 30. If you have a master's degree, this could go towards your specialist or your doctor. If you have a degree in administration, and you need those 18 hours of music to qualify to get on the college level, there it is. So it's a flexible degree. And you're gonna learn something. You're gonna have a heck of a teacher. Yes, sir.
Are we able to audit classes?
I'm sorry?
Are we able to audit classes? Like
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like, how much is it per course?
That's a good question. I wrote it down.
23, it's 23 something.
It's I think it's $810 per credit. But guess what? Let me tell you about that before y'all start talking about pricing. You need 5. In most cases, you're not gonna buy a textbook because I give you the material that you need for the coursework. So you save a lot in that right there. And I want you guys just seriously consider it. Let's unplug this Jackson State Alcorn Southern rivalry. Let's talk about that after you get your degree. Then we can go back to the trash talk. But this will be an excellent degree, especially you guys in this area, you guys in Mississippi. It's an excellent degree for you to do. And I personally put this degree in place because I've been there, done it. would miss 2 and 3 times a day. I wish I had a program like this. Tore up 2 cars. So, you know, it's a good degree. We're very proud of it. It's growing. And if there are not any other questions or inquiries or anything